guys, Man Cave Collectibles coming back at you today with another figure review, or I guess we should say four-figure review. We've got the Gamestop Exclusive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1988 Original Series 4-pack. So we got Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello released in what they say is just a reissue of the 1988 originals that come out. So we'll take a look at an original 1988 figure, kind of compare it to these a little bit, and see how close Playmates came. I don't have all four of the turtles in the original. I do have a Raphael from 1988, so we'll just see kind of how close we came. Again, this was a GameStop exclusive. My wife actually grabbed this for me as one of my Christmas gifts, so shout out to her for that. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the box. We got nice window packaging here in the front. If you wanted to be an inbox collector on this one, you really get a good view of the turtles, and obviously they have their weapons in hand, so that definitely adds to the effect on this one. I'll go ahead and spin us around. We got a little bit of kind of what looks like artwork from the cartoon. I'm not sure if that was original artwork or if it's just something they did for the box, but definitely has that cartoon vibe. With it, spinning on around to the back, we have just a little explanation. It says here about the turtles catapulted from indie comic origins to superstardom by the original Murakami Wolf Swenson animated series. TMNT ran on air for nearly a decade, from 1987 to 96, and ranked #1 in ratings for an unprecedented 5 straight years. Featuring over 190 episodes, the fun-loving, shell-kicking teens are still recognized around the world and celebrated by fans with every bite of pizza. So just a neat little write-up there, gives a little history of the show and the figures, and we just have a kind of a cartoon artwork for each of the four turtles here. Again, we got our Playmates logo here in the bottom, and then you know, Nickelodeon is giving their website out here as well. Apparently there's a YouTube channel, TMNT Toys, that you can check out. I'm not real familiar with that. And then on this side, just some more of that same artwork that we saw on the front. So let's go ahead and get these guys out of their packages and see what we got. Okay guys, we got our four turtles out of the box, and you know, the nostalgic factor is there. I'd actually forgotten how small these guys were. It's been a long time since I've really played with an original Ninja Turtle. The one I have, which we'll bring out here shortly, is actually in box still. So I collect a lot of Turtles things with NECA, and this is definitely an eye-opener for me of how small these guys are. So we'll do some size comparisons a little bit, and that'll kind of show you that. As far as the turtles themselves, we'll bring Leo up here. They look fantastic. Playmates did a pretty good job as far as the paint apps, and the sculpt is, you know, obviously probably, you know, I guess just a remold of the originals. So probably didn't have to do a lot of work there. Just basically slap the paint on it and put them in a box. I had a little bit of paint leakage here on Michelangelo. You can see right here where he's got some green on his bandana. But other than that, they did a pretty good job. As far as the articulation on these guys, if you're not familiar with it, you've got a little bit here at the forearm where we can, you can 360 the forearm. You can completely 360 the shoulder. The heads are just side to side, no up or down. And then your legs, you got a decent range of motion in the legs here. You can get them out to about there, and then into about right there. So definitely not your most articulated figures, but you know, if you remember our figures from the late 80s and early 90s, it wasn't really about the articulation. So that's what we got. Let's get a few of these guys off the table, and we'll look at some size comparisons. All right, guys, so we'll do a Raphael comparison here. So this is a 1988, if you can see that there. This is a 1988 release. Still in package, pretty good condition. I was able to pick this up at a local comic book store. It sat on a shelf for a while, and eventually I just pulled the trigger. Raphael is my favorite turtle, and I can remember growing up, I wore at least one of these figures out, if not multiples. But anyways, as we look at the difference in these two, the size, sculpt, everything is identical. The only difference is, and I'm not sure how well it'll show up on the camera, but this paint on the re-release is definitely lighter than the paint on the original. So just something to take note of, not a big deal. It's probably not really noticeable unless you have, you know, these two sitting side by side. So I'm not sure about the other 4 turtles. I'd hope over time maybe I can pick those up in card and maybe we can do another comparison down the road. But I know Playmates has released these multiple times, you know, over the years. But just wanted to kind of show you that. As far as some size comparisons, we can bring in the NECA turtle. Here's Donatello from the new NECA Wave 2 line that just hit Target stores, you know, here a month or so ago. So you can see, obviously, you know, they're a lot smaller, you know, than the figures that are being put out now. Got a Power Ranger figure here, Hasbro Lightning Collection Power Ranger. We'll throw that in just to kind of give another comparison. So you can see we've got a pretty big difference in size between the old stuff and the new stuff, if you weren't already aware. This actually is kind of eye-opening to me personally, just how small they were. But anyways, hope you guys liked this quick video. If you enjoyed it, check out some other videos. Hit that like button, and please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day. See you next time.